Good evening and welcome to the Viking Sports Network. We have Friday Night Lights Week 2 here in East Tennessee. Rivalry game. Sullivan East travels 6 miles up Weaver Pike here to the heart of Bristol, Tennessee to take on the Tennessee High Vikings here at the newly renovated Stone Castle. Beautiful. Take it in. For those of you guys that have been watching us in the past, you'll notice, especially on the visitor side, how much work has been put into this place, into sprucing it up, bringing it up to ADA code, the whole thing. So we're excited for football here in the castle, and obviously anytime Sullivan East and Tennessee High get together, it's kind of a special thing. I'm your host, CJ Manahan, and as always, flanked by color man extraordinaire Micah Kennedy. We're getting ready to play some football here. Micah, what's your take on everything Tennessee High after that trip down to Greenville last week?
Well, these are two teams that really lost by the same margin last week. I mean, it's a 1-point difference. We got beat 54-7. Sullivan East 53-7. Mm-hmm. So really two teams that are trying to make the most and come back from a pretty big deficit. But Tennessee High, I mean, we talked about it just before the game. Looking at the sidelines, they have, I would say, close to 25 players more than Sullivan East, which is pretty historically what we see when these two face off.
So depth could definitely become an issue as the game goes forward. We'll keep you apprised on everything that's happening throughout the process. Right on onside kick.
Fagans was ready for it.
Like Preston Fagans was ready for that. So we got interrupted by a trick play there to begin the game.
And that's not a shocker. No. Sullivan East trying to make a statement early. Just didn't go their way.
Fagans was prepared. So Tennessee High is going to start out with great field position with the nose of the football on the 50-yard line, I believe, or maybe even just across the 50-yard line. As we will give you a look at Tennessee High's offense, it does appear that senior Turner Elliott is going to be your starting quarterback, and he is. Missed last week's game. I think had a shoulder injury, so he's gotten back from that. So we'll see exactly how this is going to play out with a brand new signal caller this week. Not that he's new to the position. He's played that position off and on throughout his entire high school career.
They'll come out in their power formation. They had a lot of success in this last week, and it was really something they could write home about. There wasn't much, but
nice run.
As right there, Trent will get about 12, 13 yards.
Dowdell, really nice job bursting through the line, carrying defenders for a gain of about a dozen. So again, not surprised really to see that formation. It was the most successful formation we had against the Greenville front last week, which is saying something, because the Greenville front is maybe the best front I've seen maybe ever. Right?
Oh yeah, I mean when you have two guys going over 315 pounds, I mean you got something going there.
It was a sight to see, and obviously last week we were live streaming just with the audio, so we couldn't really appreciate it unless you saw it in person. Obviously tonight we've got the whole deal. Colin Moore, our resident tech guru, is with us here this evening.
So they'll go back to Trent to the right this time. Trent will break a tackle, and he'll be gone. That's a touchdown, Vikings.
Dowdell all the way. That was quick. Yep. 2 plays. Dowdell breaking tackles left and right, quite literally, and he scampers to the end zone for 6 points for Tennessee High in the first, 48 seconds of the ball game. So what a change.
Pulled a trick out of the Greenville book there.
Right. What a change from last week in terms of the ground success. Right up front, but again, good job by the Vikings on the offensive line, opening up a gaping hole. And Dowdell, all he had to do was break 1 tackle, and he was free to head to the end zone. Extra point upcoming. And low snap. Richardson got it through his leg. He might be able to scamper to the corner,
and that'll be.
And he's going to score.
Take us to 2. 8-0.
Heads up play there by Jack Richardson, who was our quarterback last week. And he ends up making a heads-up play there to get to the corner, and Tennessee High adds 2 instead of 1.
We saw Jack do that a lot last week. I mean, we were just talking about that Greenville front, so
he
had a little practice at hitting the corner last week.
He showed some elusiveness as a runner last week for sure, so not shocked as he outraced all of the Patriots to the corner. And Tennessee High takes a very quick 8-0 lead here at the Stone Castle. So a nice christening for the newly renovated stadium here that's been here since the 1930s. So Micah and I are both history guys. We were just chatting about that before the ball game. This stadium built by the WPA during the Depression period, one of the more unique stadiums in all of the United States, and it's good to see it get a facelift, but while also still keeping the character.
Especially we're up here where we're at. I mean, we're up in the chamber last year.
Yes.
Now we're riding with first class.
Yeah, the press box got a major upgrade, so we are quite happy about that. Air conditioned on top of everything else. I mean, this is just shy of heavenly here for somebody that's doing what we're doing. So,
Knox Arrington will get ready to kick off to Sullivan East with, just as we said, not even a minute off the clock.
Deep for
to return.
East. Looking at numbers here, looks like number 17. I don't see that number on the.
I don't see that number on the roster they've given us.
Sullivan East jersey is a little hard to read.
That one will make number 5. Yeah, Hayden Jones, who muffs it, picks it back up. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
Dane Music.
Dane Music.
He was kind of established himself as kind of a special teams maven last year. Was a gunner on the punt team, and obviously sort of the what we used to call the meatball on the kickoff team. A guy that doesn't stay in a lane; he just goes and hunts the ball. Shows quite a bit of deftness in that position. Dane Music, number 4 for Tennessee High. So the defense is out on the field, and we'll get our first look at Sullivan East's offense. Looks like their starting quarterback is going to be number 2, Peyton Lingerfelt. He'll be calling signals. Spread formation here for extremely
5 wide. Yeah, 5 wide. Nobody in the backfield here. As
massive splits.
Quick out route to numbers. Ooh, good play.
Stuck him right there. Baron Harkleroad put his nose in there and got himself a nice tackle driving. Number 11, Bentley Key backwards on the quick out pass there. So good, nice job there by Harkleroad keeping contained, and then he stuck his nose in there and made a nice tackle. So starting on the Vikings defense, we saw Harkleroad there. The aforementioned Preston Fagan's out there at linebacker. We'll run through all
along
these.
Along with Frank Reed.
Yep, it's
also
like Landon Graham playing the boundary corner here.
Got another quick, incomplete. Try to do a quick hot route to the running back out of the backfield there. Just didn't quite work. Another bubble concept. Yep. So Sullivan East trying to get the ball out quick, trying to spread the field here. That's obvious, but.
And it looks like number 11, Key, is the guy they want to get the ball in the hands of as often as they can. But that was just looking at the way that Sullivan East is lining up. Their offensive line has massive splits. So again, there's a lot of room to cover there, but also leaving some rush lanes for the Vikings to be able to get through. I see Khalil Honaker, number 12, at the defensive end position. Looks like Micah Norton there at the 3 technique. And then just calling out starters' names as we can.
Trent Dowdell.
Dowdell is out there playing.
He's our Sam linebacker there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, looking to pass. So 3 passes in a row.
Going down the field.
He's got
nice
a man.
Nice play on the
throw
run.
To number 5, Hayden Jones, who returned to kickoff just a minute ago.
Lingerfelt was able to escape the pocket there and made a nice throw on the run. Put it right on target, and got some pressure from the Viking front, but was able to escape it. And again, put a pinpoint pass there to Jones, and looks like Sullivan East is going to be sitting again right about the 50-yard line.
And from what I watched in last year's game against Sullivan East, is they really do like to spread the field. They like to throw the ball around. Not more of a power team like Tennessee High is all usually known for.
Mm-hmm.
Sullivan East likes to spread out the field, likes to pass, have the first run of the game to Hayden Jones, and he'll pick up about 3.
Yep. Nice tackle there by Honaker. Read that well and got low. So holds that from what could have been a longer run. So 2nd and 7 upcoming. We're under the 10-minute mark here, so clock moving. Again, Tennessee High having to adjust to this spread. So we've got 4 or 5 wides in just about every possession. Here 4 with the 1-back set.
Receiver's almost sitting in the backfield here with Sullivan East, so he's really far away off the ball. Got to look for a bubble when your receiver's backed up that far.
Mm-hmm.
Something just to get it out to him quick and let him go make a play. As right here, we'll run an out route to him. And good ball, just right through the hands of number 10, Devin Bowman.
He was open right there, just couldn't haul it in. So another 3rd down and 7 for Sullivan East upcoming. It's interesting here, and from a defensive perspective, obviously with the field spread as wide as it is, you'd maybe be tempted to bring pressure, but it does look like Lingerfelt has got pretty good feet, so he's not going to be a statue back there. He's going to be able to move around. that puts a lot of pressure on your defensive backs to be able to stick to their men in that aspect. Looks like it's going to be mostly a man-to-man type of set here for Tennessee High with one deep safety.
As Lingerfeld, he's got a man open.
That wide open, leaking out of the backfield, and we got a first down.
Oh, you guys can hear that.
So, similar play, honestly. Not as far down the field, but Tennessee High just kind of lost the receiver there, and he was wide open by himself really from the beginning.
Running back just kind of slipped out of the backfield there, and he was uncovered. Usually that's an inside linebacker's responsibility, and just didn't see him sneak out, and he was wide open. So another Sullivan East first down. And it's always weird in a high school game when 5 of your first 6 plays have been passes. As right here, here's a 6.
Nice job by Dowdell getting out wide, keeping that gain very short, maybe 1 to 2 yards there. So again, you can see kind of what the Sullivan East game plan is: try to get on the edge and let their playmakers try to work in space. But again, 2 for 2 on third down. It's a great start for the Patriots here as they continue to matriculate the ball down the field inside the Tennessee High 35-yard line.
And as you mentioned earlier, their splits, I mean, they're massive. They're taking up hash to hash, really, with their offensive line.
Absolutely. It's an unorthodox set, but it seems to be working so far.
Motion out the back. Nobody went with him.
Oh, there's a hold
we got
right there.
Somebody right there.
Uncalled.
Uncalled.
The referee was looking
completely.
right at it. Yeah. Pretty egregious miss by the umpire there.
Yeah,
he was looking right at
Riley
it.
Price, though, was able to cover 2 men down the field at once and makes a pretty good play on the ball there.
So anyway, the ball falls innocently, and it's going to be another third and long here for Sullivan East. 3rd and 8.
Shoot, one run. This whole entire drive. You don't see that all the time in high school football.
But it seems to be the way that East is built. They want to get the ball out in space, and they've mixed it up here. They've got 3 wides here with 2 backs. We've seen 4 wides with 1 back, and we've seen 5 wides already. So mixing up the formations.
They've loved to flare that back out of the backfield every time. It's right here we got a screen, and nobody's
really
out there with it.
Ooh, good tackle there on the edge by Graham, but the flag is going to come in. Might have a face mask there.
Up high around the head. Number 6, Landon Graham, just couldn't get him down low, grabbed the helmet there at the end, and there's going to be extra yards for the Patriots at the end of this one.
Definitely appears so. But that was a really nice play call and set up beautifully. Tennessee High's rush was coming with force, but again, that's why that screen play was called, was to be able to take advantage of that, and it was a nice
pretty good play design. I mean, flaring the back out of the backfield, you have one linebacker whose eyes go immediately there, and then a screen just right under their nose. That's hard to cover if you're not prepared for it, and right there,
nicely
it's
executed.
likely something they hadn't seen on film up to that point.
Yeah. So again, we do have a personal foul face mask penalty that's going to move the ball half the distance down to just on the edge, or just inside the Tennessee High 10-yard line. So nice drive here by Sullivan East. One kind of chunk play, but other than that, and again, I guess you could certainly categorize that screenplay as a chunk play too. But again, just kind of nibbling, and then when Tennessee High gets over aggressive, they've been able to get plays to work for them down the field. So 1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line.
Flare the back out of the backfield yet again. They're looking his way, coming back to the middle of the field. He's got
inside.
Got a man
got little alligator arms there. I think he heard the footsteps. Good pressure there by Tennessee High. Maybe made that play happen a little bit faster than Sullivan East wanted to, but that's about the 3rd drop. That was a pretty good throw there by Lingerfeld.
I'll give Lingerfeld credit. He's got good pocket awareness, good pocket mobility. He keeps his eyes down the field, and he's done a great job of that so far. Usually you see young quarterbacks, their first instinct when pressure begins to collapse is to run, but Lingerfeld keeping his eyes down the field and looking for open men. He's been able to hit them so far.
And Lingerfeld, just a sophomore, so again, probably his first real varsity experience as he's run through, but he's pretty accurate so far. Has moved around in the pocket, as Micah said. He's made all the right decisions. His receivers need to help him out a little bit more.
It's right here. They're going with their
draw,
second run. It's a
there's
counter.
Nothing there.
Snuffed out by Preston Fagans.
Yes, nicely read. Gang tackle, but Fagans led the way. That's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4, it appears.
And I'd like to look at that again. Preston Fagans just does a great job at scraping downhill, covering his gap. Makes a great play right there.
So another long third down. This time 3rd and 9 from the 12-yard line. In fact, it may be goal to go. I think it is goal to go. Yeah, 3rd and goal
due
to
to
go.
that penalty just
yeah,
a second
penalty,
ago.
That's right. So it's either touchdown or 4th down here for Sullivan East. See what Tennessee High dials up defensively.
Yep, flares the backfield. Ooh, got away with a bit of a
there.
false start there.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened. I'm glad you're seeing that, and it's not just me.
Number 11 wanting to leave a little early. Ref
Yes.
just hadn't been able to see that.
That's happened twice now.
He's jumping.
Yeah, that back is stepping forward before the snap, and it's causing the quarterback to move forward too. But it hasn't been called yet. To see if the refs catch up.
Looks like they'll jog their field goal unit out here.
And they did try that same screen, and I think if they'd have completed it, they might have had a shot. But another drop pass by the Patriots is going to lead to a field goal attempt here for Sullivan East. Number 8, Jose Valencia, is going to be your kicker.
Kind of an awkward angle. Not an ideal one for a kicker.
And
It looks like he'll
through.
nail it. Yep.
Plenty of leg on that. And Sullivan East answers with 3 of their own. So, in the first, basically 5 minutes of the game, each team, Tennessee High with a quick strike, but East there with a little more methodical drive, but both teams with points on their opening drive. So interesting kind of cat and mouse game here. I think I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to expect with the Sullivan East offense. The game was away last year, so I didn't see it. But
just from what I remember, they've done a lot of what they did last year. I mean, last year they had a pretty good quarterback. He's playing in college now. They like to throw the ball, and it was kind of back and forth there for a while. And then towards the second half, Tennessee High just started to take off on them.
And I think that's kind of what we were talking about earlier in terms of a depth scenario.
For sure.
As you get into second halves, that's where I think ultimately depth makes such a difference.
One play that sticks out to me in that game, is we've talked about it several times, is there was a school record set in that game.
That's right. Carter Kazee with a
97-yard pick six.
Yep. One of the
record
highlights
originally
of
held.
last year.
It was held for 30 years by.
Yes.
Was it Tommy Arnold?
It was Tommy Arnold, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So, again, the historians coming through for you.
Yeah, there you go. And last time they tried to onside, so they're kind of stacked up. See if they do that again. Last time it took us by surprise. Let's see if we're ready for it this time.
I would suspect that they're probably going to boot this one deep. And then with Valencia, pretty impressed with the leg strength there. That kick would have been good from maybe 40, 45.
I know. It's a good one.
See, Tennessee High didn't get many opportunities to return kicks, even though a lot of points were put on the board last week. Greenville's kicker was able to boot the ball in the end zone on just about every possession. Deep for Tennessee High is number 1, Elijah Plumbar, and they're going to go short again.
A little short kick yet again.
Yep, and that's going to go straight down. Nice job. Good hands there. Trying to see who the Viking was that got that.
Having a tough time myself. His jersey's a little rolled.
I think that's Honecker. It is. Khalil Honecker,
Khalil
number 12,
Honecker.
was able to get on that one. So Tennessee High with, again, second time through, really good field position. In between, looks like it's going to be about at their 38-yard line. So good starting field position. And this time, looks like Richardson's going to come in and run the show at quarterback.
Different formation as well with trips this time. Last time we were in that power formation for the first 2 plays, which we scored on the second. Trips with Dowdell.
Nice
throws it
pass
to
out
Price.
wide. Price
Price
cuts
makes a
upfield. Nice
move. That's a nice move. And
breaks
he'll
another
make a
tackle.
stiff arm.
Still going.
Good.
And he's going to make it past the 50-yard line. Nice move. Nifty
Good run
moves
after
there.
catch by Price.
Yep. So simple play, but Price made the most of it. He's going to pick up about 12 or 13 on that play. Broke at least 2 tackles. Nice little stiff arm right there to get those extra yards. And Tennessee High, in one play, is now in Sullivan East territory.
This works, because this is how I got it. It was off.
So, got to be, obviously, Coach Holt and the offensive staff got to be really encouraged to come out and move the ball this well early in the ball game.
Come out to trips again. Ref was going to blow this one dead. Another equipment malfunction.
Equipment malfunction, yeah.
Oh,
the old knee pad.
The old knee pad, yep.
It's guaranteed to happen in the early phase. Saw it multiple times
They look
last
for
week.
it. They pull their magnifying glasses out and everything.
Again, player safety issue, so you got to respect it, but it could be a little bit of overkill, I guess, in the early phase, but the referee's trying to establish that early. So first down, Tennessee High. Richardson's going to roll.
Left, looking down the field.
He'll toss over the
got
top
a man.
at him, and
he
it lost
just
his
slips.
footing. Yep, that was a nice, good patience there by Richardson. He saw the receiver break open.
It was a really good ball.
Yep, over the top.
Receiver got tackled by the turf monster.
It happens. Looked like it was maybe Harker Road who was his intended target. It was. Would have been a first down, but that's encouraging. Again, nice routes there. I think he had multiple options, but went for Harker Road, who was beyond the sticks, and again, the turf monster rears its ugly head. It happens. Second down and 10.
It happens in every level of football.
Second down and 10 for the Vikings. Straight handoff to Dowdell up the middle. Nice cut.
Patience.
And he's going to continue to drive.
Continue to fight for about
and he's going to get across
11 yards.
Yep, he's going to get the first down. So Sullivan, he's trying to strip that ball. Dowdell kept his feet moving, dragged defenders all the way across the 40-yard line for a Tennessee High first down.
And I would have to think that ball security was one of our main focuses this week during practice. We put the ball on the turf quite a lot last week, and that really hurt us more than anything. That game, in my opinion, wasn't as bad as the scoreboard indicated.
No.
A lot of it was just us giving it right to them.
Yeah, and some crucial turnovers in our end, which set up Greenville's offense, turned into quick scoring opportunities.
Got a doubles formation with Fagans as your wing back here, and straight power. Give to Dowdell, breaks a tackle.
He's still going.
Fighting
pick
forward.
Up 5 or 6 there. Dowdell running hard here in this early phase. Not a surprise. That's kind of his calling card. Also, but again, maybe underrated is his ability to hit the edge and turn the Jets on. Obviously, he ran away from the entire Sullivan East defense on that first drive. So he is a tough runner in between the tackles, but also can turn it on if he gets out into open space. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first. 2nd and 5 here for Tennessee High on the march. Second offensive possession for them.
Same formation, actually. Got a tight end look here.
Go wide. Yep.
And the
play was blown dead. That play had some
huge potential.
Yes, absolutely. Looked like Dowdell was going to have one guy to beat right there, and he might have been in the end zone again. Might have a false start. Yep, false start on Tennessee High is going to back him up 5.
Backside got a little bit too excited there.
You want your receivers charged up to be able to get out there and make those blocks, but you gotta stay under control. So it's going to back Tennessee High up 2nd and 10 from their 38. Left hash.
Same formation, just they'll bring these receivers over to our side this time. And they'll go the same play.
Just that.
Guard pull look. Dowdell with a good run.
Lowers his head right there, falls forward. Looks like he's going to pick up about 7 or 8. So it's going to be a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short. Nice thing we're seeing here, Mike, up front is Tennessee High's offensive line is getting them to the point where the running backs, and this was an issue last week, our running backs were getting hit before they could really get going.
Sure.
And now they're going to be able to get a head of steam going. And Dowdell, again, of as physical as he is, he's going to be hard to bring down with that first contact, especially if he's got 3 or 4 yards of a head of steam ahead of him.
They'll bring out the power formation. Speaking of which, try to get him some more bodies in front of him to make a play right here.
Straight up the
He'll
middle.
Get it, and he'll fight forward for the first down.
First down. So that was, again, the formation that they used most often, especially in the ball control setting. It was their most successful formation last week against Greenville. And we'll see. I would suspect we'll see that pretty regularly throughout the season. Dowdell being kind of the bell cow in that set.
As right here, it looks like Elijah Plumbar is going to check into the game for Dowdell, get a breather here.
You were saying last week you'd had a chance to coach him.
Oh, yeah.
Really quick. Yeah.
Personally, I would say he's one of the most gifted ball carriers that, you could possibly see. It is middle school football, but this kid scored 6 touchdowns in one game once. So.
Nice
and
move
that's
there by Price.
Oh, my God, and he's gone.
He's gone, yeah.
Shoo.
Beat them to the edge.
Riley Price is shift team certified, as they call it. We got a flag back
here, but it seemed like it might have been after the play. I don't know if it's going to affect the touchdown or not. Price was already in the end zone when the flag came down, so it seems like it might be a after the play scenario.
See if we can look at it here. Might have been some
little extracurricular activity there.
Nothing that should affect the play, hopefully.
Yeah. Not sure exactly. Referee's got his pad out and he's writing it down. So I'm guessing it's going to be some type of unsportsmanlike conduct.
They're bringing it back though, which is never a good sign.
No. Yeah, they're pointing down towards the end zone. So I think it's going to be after the play
on Sullivan East. Let's see.
He's talking to the Sullivan East side, so it looks like the penalty is going to be on Tennessee High, but I'm not sure. Looks like they're going to line up for an extra point.
Force it on the kickoff.
We're speculating like crazy here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, when there's this much time in between, that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an unsportsmanlike, so the touchdown will stand.
Touchdown does stand.
Will be enforced on the kickoff.
The fans are not.
They don't.
Right below us are not.
Don't like that.
Not particularly fans of that call. We saw a little tangle up here at the back end of the play, but I didn't see anything.
I think that's all it was,
Yeah, I didn't
too.
see
I think
anything
it was
egregious.
just playing to the whistle blows, and
Yeah.
it didn't look like there was any ill intention
No, and
behind it.
the play was still going on. That's the other thing. It wasn't like the whistle had blown. So.
Nah, I mean, just sometimes physicality is not.
The referee didn't appreciate it, apparently. So Noah Brolio kicks it through. Tennessee High takes a 15-3 early lead here as we get towards the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. So this is going to be a little bit significant, though, because that's a 15-yard penalty, so that's going to move the kickoff back pretty significantly.
Oh, for sure. And I mean,
so this should be a returnable kick for Sullivan East. Coach Holt down at the looks like the Sullivan East about 23-yard line and wanting an explanation from the head referee about what actually happened there.
I mean, and as we saw, we couldn't find anything.
No, I didn't.
I couldn't see anything. I mean, it looked like it was just a pancake block.
Yep.
Maybe some pads got tangled up, but nothing. It looks like they were trying to get untangled, and
the flag.
They saw it as like a push or.
The flag shifted our focus there, but wanted to shout out to our guy right there, Elijah Plumbar, made a really nice block to seal the edge and allowed Price to get around the corner.
And then he made a great move out on the corner, and he was gone.
Yeah. Price shifty.
Shift team certified, as they call it.
Mm-hmm. So a guy that I think adds quite a bit of adds a nice wrinkle to the Tennessee High offense on the edge. Riley Price, got to keep an eyeball on as we head into, I guess next week we'll be into conference play. So good to be. Is
that Morristown West?
Morristown West,
okay,
I believe
thought
they can fit down there.
Shoo, and when you're kicking off from the 25.
This is going to be interesting.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Knox Arrington's going to really have to get all of it right here.
Get a boot behind it here. So that penalty may have a significant factor in this field position. It's a nice kick by
He'll do a good job getting there on it.
Edge. It's going to stay in bounds.
Oh, good bounce.
Yes.
Oh.
Not as good as it can get.
Doesn't get much better than that, and
they're
going to call another.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a bang play right at the sideline. It's hard to stop those guys from.
Physicality is being less and less encouraged in football as times are going on, unfortunately. I mean, I understand some of the safety aspects of it, but at the same time, it's still a physical, violent game, and it should be played like that.
Yeah. That looked like that. That's one of those that was kind of bang, but it's right below us, so we had a really good vantage point. It looked like that tackle took place in bounds and then just ended out of bounds, which is perfectly legal.
That's how football works.
Yeah.
You work in between the boundaries, and if you get hit hard, you get hit hard.
Yeah.
Oh, he had 1 foot out, but
yeah.
I mean, his momentum was already carrying him forward. That's
a marginal call at best.
It's like some of the roughing the passer calls you see when the QB just gets the ball out.
And
it's hard to stop your momentum when you're already carrying forward.
A little bit of referee discretion there as well, because that was not a big egregious hit either.
No.
So usually that's what draws those penalties. But anyway, Sullivan East back-to-back are the recipient of back-to-back 15-yard penalties, and they start.
Looks like they have a trips look to the right here, and it is hard. It's difficult to call out their formations whenever they're spread as far as they are. And great play there by Frank Reed.
Yeah.
And yes, I do say Frank because his name is Jackson, but he goes by Frank.
Frank.
I coached old Frank as well.
This is why you're here. You've got all the insight on this throughout the process. It's why we call him the color man extraordinaire. It's not just a nickname; it's the truth. So we got an injured Patriot down here on the field. I saw what happened, and it was not
pretty.
It was not pretty. No, unfortunately. So we'll. I think we'll take an opportunity to step aside here. Take a quick break, and we'll be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network.
You'll find it at Friendship. Tell him, Mitch.
We're dealing!
Individual effort, dedication, and a positive attitude combined with team spirit are the key elements of winners. The Robinette Company has positions available for people who want to join our winning team of over 400 employees. We proudly provide flexible packaging for many of our nation's finest brands like Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Apply online at robinettejobs.com today. An equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 2nd down and 10 here for Sullivan East. A little bit of a delay here as we the Sullivan East staff tends to a injured player.
Sullivan East looking like they're going to line up in a doubles look here with their back, Hayden Jones.
So no gain on that last play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to the sideline for the audible here. Lingerfeld looking to pass yet again, and we're there.
Away. Oh, I think
that's intentional.
That's got to be intentional. He never did not get to the.
He didn't escape the tackle box. I didn't believe. He just went backwards.
He might have, but he was. That ball's got to get across the line of scrimmage, does it not?
Yeah, it does. Yes.
Yeah. So
it wasn't
close.
Good.
Right. Yeah. Good.
10 yards
behind it. Yep. So good pressure right up the center.
There
by Frank. Now that I've been.
Oh, did we send a Will Blood look there?
We did. It was kind of a little bit of a delayed blitz right through the center.
I believe.
I don't know how
they picked that up.
I don't know how they can pick that up.
I don't either. I disagree with that. I believe Preston Figgins is the Mike linebacker. Send a Will Blood. Great blitz.
Oh, okay. So they're going to call it a sack, is what they're going to call it.
Okay.
That makes more sense because I said unless they've changed the rules on me, that ball's got to get at least to the line of scrimmage. But anyway, they called his knee down, so that's going to actually maybe be the better scenario, honestly.
Now you got about a 3rd and 22 look here.
Although there would have been loss of down connected to that. But anyway, now we got a 3rd and a mile, 3rd and 21.
Trips formation with East, and of course, they're going to pass it here. They've done that all night, and I don't see why they would do it any different. Got to watch out for the screens. They've tried to hit them on 2 now. They did on 1.
Yeah. Delay a game there.
That'll move them back even further.
Yeah, and I think the Lingerfeld saw Mr. Reed right there kind of take a step forward like he was coming on the blitz, tried to change the play, and he just ran out of time. So here I wonder if Tennessee High is just going to play kind of conservative and make them drop something over the middle, just kind of rally the tackles.
I would. I mean, at this point, the parking lot is closer than the down marker here, so.
It's not really that much of an exaggeration.
No, I mean.
So anyway, Tennessee High's defense bowing up here after giving up 3 points on that first possession. So really good pressure here. They've been getting pressure, but some of that has been strategy by East to let those linemen through so they can dump those screens off.
Lingerfeld has also done a good job at getting the ball out pretty quick,
keeping the pass rush at bay. So we'll see what the defensive staff here for Tennessee High, Coach Chandler and the crew, decide to cook up. It's one thing about the Tennessee High staff that I really, really like is the staff is very cohesive, and your coordinators and your position group coaches have been the same for quite a while. I mean, you got Daryl Shanks, who's coached the defensive line. You got
Matt Chandler, coached the linebackers for years,
and the defense. He was a interim head coach there for a minute. Just a wonderful.
My interim head coach, as a matter of fact.
I remember this. He was one of my mentor teachers when I was going through my student teaching, so a high amount of respect for Coach Chandler. But then you also see some of the alumni, the Christian Gibsons of the world.
Cody Snyder.
Great players here. Cody Snyder also as well. Jason Arnold also. So, again, love that Viking tradition.
For sure.
The Viking pride is.
Some great guys as well. Flare the backfield, or flare the back out of the backfield, looking like he's going to go deep.
He's going to try to that one kind of slipped out of his hand.
That one's quacking, and it'll get
caught.
It'll be caught.
And it's going to put East in a position where they probably are going to go for it here on 4th down. That ball looked like it slipped out of Lingerfeld's hand. It looked like he was maybe even aiming it downfield, and it found a receiver on the far end.
I think that ball was at eye view for us at
Yeah,
one point,
it
too.
was. Yeah, Tennessee High only had one defender over there. Whether it was intended, I don't think it was.
It went
intended
off the screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was intended to go over there, but it worked, and that's going to put East in a position where it's 4th and 7, and a manageable down. So it looks like they're going to go for it.
They've been able to convert longer so far tonight. So,
shoot, two conversions at this distance, about 7 yards on those were third downs. So we'll see what
looks like they'll do two backfield flare one. Done this a lot tonight, and nobody went
Reed
with
right
10.
up the middle.
Ooh, jump pass.
And he's complete, but it's going to be short of the first down. So Reed has been a problem, bursting through the line on a couple of occasions. One resulting in a sack, and there definitely a hurry. Lingerfeld had to get rid of the ball, and could not get it past the sticks. So it's going to be a turnover on downs.
That's a jump pass, and it got completed. It just Dowdell was able to crash down and force it out of bounds, so that they did not convert. Great play or a great blitz by Frank Reed, and good heads-up awareness by Dowdell to force him out of bounds.
So the quarterback platoon continues. Is now Elliott back into the ball game to run the show.
Trips formation. Looks like they're just going to get it out to Price again.
Price.
They've liked this today, and
He
as we've said, he's been pretty shifty.
Making all kinds of people
he's
miss.
still moving.
Had the ball a little loose there, but made a nice maneuver to be able to pick up. Looks like about 5. But he is really tough to bring down. Slippery. He's got good feet, making people miss. Again, nice addition to the Tennessee High attack. We saw him last week as well, but again,
those plays were not working the
yeah.
same as they are tonight.
Limited.
I mean, Greenville had speed, they had sides, they had practically everything you want from a football team, and it's hard when you have a state championship caliber team with all those athletes. As right here, they'll motion over Dowdell, and he'll be mad, but he'll break the tackle.
Breaks the tackle, continues to drag defenders, and looks like he's going to probably have a first down.
So he took a loss of 2 into a gain of 5. Good run by Trent.
It was extremely long mesh point there, but I think Elliott did the right job by not pulling it, because if he had, it might have been one of those situations where
I think he tried to originally. It just
might have ended up.
Dowdell just took it from him, and he got the first.
We're ticking down here.
I thought at first he was a little short, but he
did
get the
Tennessee High is going
first.
to get this play off here.
Doubles formation, and nope, will not get it off.
So end of the.
See if they count that though. They did force.
Yeah, I think
Patriots
that was
jump.
a penalty. That clock was still sitting at 1 when that happened. So we'll see. We're gonna have a little referees discussion. It did look like the Sullivan East defender came across and made contact before we got to 000s there.
As he did.
Yep. So we're going to have an untimed down because of that penalty. So Tennessee High will get
got one at
an
000 here.
So one of those kind of football technicalities. You can't end a quarter on a penalty. So Tennessee High is going to get an opportunity here to run a play.
Plumbar will check into the game. See what they draw up here before the end of the first.
And Tennessee High controlling the line of scrimmage on offense.
Trips formation. In the backfield, you have Plumbar, and they'll get it out to Price. They've loved doing this tonight. As got a good seal block there by Boer. He's breaking a few tackles. He's still going. Price having a heck of a first quarter.
Kind of a coming out party here for Riley Price. Really establishing himself as sort of the go-to receiver, and is the yak, as they say. Yards after catch have been plentiful for him as we've seen this first quarter come to a close. So Tennessee High, 15-3 at the end of 1. We'll flip sides of the field, and Tennessee High will take over with first down as we head into the second quarter. We will step away here for a minute at the quarter change. We'll come back with a little quick quarter review, and then we'll continue this game here on the Viking Sports Network.
Did he play last week?
The Robinette Company supports Viking athletics. We are one of the Tri-Cities' premier manufacturing companies with over 400 skilled and dedicated employees. Just like the Viking athletes, training, dedication, and teamwork are the cornerstones of our success. We supply flexible packaging to many of our nation's finest products, such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Join our winning team and apply online at therobinettecompany.com. An equal opportunity employer. Go Vikings.
We welcome the Toyota of Bristol team to Viking Nation. Thank you for investing in the success of our students, staff, families, and community. Mark your calendars for the 2024 Classic at Tennessee High School, presented by Toyota of Bristol on December 26th to 28th and December 30th to 31st in Viking Hall. Toyota of Bristol is the place to go for all things Toyota. Their tagline says it all: try us, you'll like us.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Second quarter getting ready to commence. Tennessee High with a first down and 10 on their 27-yard line, driving again.
Motion over Price. Looks like they'll do a straight give to Dowdell as a pancake block by Preston Fagans. Whew.
Big hole there for Dowdell to run through.
That'll fire you up just as good as a really long touchdown run. I mean, he did a great job at clearing out the way for Dowdell.
Tennessee High inside the Sullivan East 10-yard line, so goal to go here. First down. Tennessee High kind of moving the ball at will on offense so far. East has had no answers. Would like to see what the average yards per play are for Tennessee High so far. I bet it is pretty close to a first down per play.
Give again to
fake. Elliott gets rid of it.
Gets it.
Is that Fagans?
Gets it to our Mike Allstott.
Yep,
the
Mike
team.
Allstott. Yep, Fagans almost able to stretch across the goal line, but it looks like he's going to come up about a half a yard shy.
So he makes a killer block the play before. Looks like they tried to reward him there, and just a yard shy.
You always reward the big man.
Oh yeah, I'd give it to him right here too. Just
doesn't matter what sport it is. If the big guy's making plays, you got to reward him. But yeah, Fagan's built kind of like a fire hydrant.
Oh yeah, it looks like Mike Allstott, just like I said a minute ago.
Yeah, he is an excellent football player. Both sides of the ball, just a contributor there, and an awesome kid.
Oh yeah, for sure. Preston, as well as his brother Peyton. It's a great family.
Yeah, Peyton graduated last year, major contributor. Again, also on both sides of the ball.
And Dowdell.
Dowdell going through
He's
contact.
Close.
Looks like he
Did
might
they
have
mark
been able to
his
stretch
knee
across,
down?
and he does. Nope.
Yep, he
got
got
the
it.
referee on the left-hand side. Calls it a touchdown. And there is
got a light show of our own for the first time. That's pretty cool.
Out there on the field, signifying the Tennessee High touchdown. Pretty cool stuff there. The crowd loves it. We've got our Tennessee High coaches up in the booth are all smiles here as well. Tennessee High takes a 21-3 lead with a extra point upcoming. Brolio lined up.
And he'll
Boot
looks
it.
like that one
through.
It is through.
Yep. So
that was a quick one. It kind of got lost in the night there.
Till Mr. Brolio probably plays a little soccer.
For sure.
So Tennessee High 22-3, establishing themselves here after that first possession. Where, again, Sullivan East did a really nice job on their first offensive possession, moving the ball down the field, but had to settle for a field goal. Tennessee High has had touchdowns on each of their possessions. So we'll see exactly how this continues to play going forward. But Sullivan East defense just has not had any answers for the play calling. And again, Tennessee High, give them some credit. They're mixing it up. Power run team. Have seen a couple different formations, playing two different quarterbacks. But they also have been able to get the ball in the perimeter with the pass. Haven't seen anything really pushed down the field, but they haven't had to.
No, they haven't had. They've just what they've done so far has worked. So why go away from it and potentially force a play or turn the ball over on something that's a little too cute? Just play power football and go win the game that way.
Absolutely.
And I'm surprised we haven't made a mention to it yet. I mean, wearing the black jerseys, that tells you all you need to know about how the feelings towards this game. I mean, they want to keep this streak alive. I mean, this is a pretty big one for Tennessee High.
It's one of those kind of strange situations, and was talking to my daughter, who's a senior captain on the cheer squad, about the history between these two schools and the fact that Tennessee High has never lost to Sullivan East.
No, I believe it's 43-0.
Yeah,
trying to force it to 44 as swarming. brought down by a host of Vikings.
It's one of those kind of crazy statistics that's out there. It's look like we got a flag on the play here too. You just don't see that like ever. So
No, I mean,
with schools that only are separated by 6 miles. So
play that many times
Yes.
and one school wins that many times.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
it's pretty wild. And again, we've talked about this.
Now,
in the
we've
past.
traded back and forth in other sports,
Absolutely.
baseball, basketball, but football's always been kind of the Vikings
Yeah, the definition
to brag about.
the definition of lopsided when it comes to that. But the reality of it is, I just kind of find it interesting because we had a couple of years there where these teams didn't play.
About 10 there.
Yep, we're
I never personally got the opportunity to play these teams, as well as I always talk about. I'm very envious. Never got the opportunity of playing these jerseys either. I mean,
So again, as the game continues to evolve, and even just how Sullivan County has evolved with different
Westridge and
classifications.
everything
Yes,
else,
absolutely,
yeah.
with the consolidation of some of the Sullivan County schools into Westridge High School.
as they got forced even further back, it looks
Yes.
like a legal hands to the face there, and the Patriots will start back at their own 10. Player of the backfield out, trying to get something out. He's got a man down the field, or he may take this one for the first time tonight.
There's Price there.
Price kind of gets sealed
Ooh,
off,
yeah,
and
it's probably
big
gonna
play
be-
by Preston Fagans.
Couldn't tell if that was. It looks like it was in. That I didn't see a flag or anything.
That's a play that fires up your team.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing it both sides of the ball tonight. Preston Fagans has come to play, ladies and gentlemen.
So that was that one. If I'm being honest, that one looked more out of bounds. Than
I know.
The one that was called.
He's
earlier.
in by a yard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So I stand corrected. It's the beauty of instant replay. But man, Fagans came out there like a missile.
I know.
Had
We didn't have that luxury last week.
Nope, had
I
a
really
long-
did miss it.
No, had a long run to get himself there, and he laid quite a lick on the Sullivan East quarterback. So, but again,
Looks like
9-yard
Reed's
gain.
going to go again,
No,
and he's
nice
there.
job.
Got a Will Blood.
Yep.
Frank Reed, he's firing through there every time on the blitz.
Between he and Fagans, they are causing all kinds of havoc through the middle of this defense. And Reed, he's doing a really good job of timing it up as well.
In my personal opinion, that to me is why blitzing from depth and not showing pre-snap always works just a little bit better than walking up there, because that gives the offensive line time to adjust, time to gap down, time to pick up the bodies. But we're doing a great job tonight blitzing from depth, mainly Frank Reed. And Preston Fagans has been able to scrape and make plays off of it.
The timing has been excellent, and it's been given Sullivan East fit. So 3rd and 5, a loss of 4 on that previous play. Same set here. Lingerfeld's under
Another
pressure.
blitz.
Going to try to dump it off.
Dumps it
and
down,
it's incomplete off the hands of number 6.
Games like
Hakeem
tonight where
Bear.
teams are spread out and, somebody's not leading downfield, blocking every play. That's a linebacker's dream. Unblocked, being able to make plays, being able to scrape. And our secondary is doing a great job now rallying to those plays that were hitting us earlier in the game.
So it is 4th down and 5. See what Sullivan East decides to do. Quarterback Lingerfeld's still on the field. So I don't know if he's their kicker as well, which he very well might be. See, we got Price
Doesn't
backing
look
up
like
to
a-
about the 50, but again, it
Doesn't
looks
look like a punt formation
It does
to
not
me.
look like a punt formation. So we'll see what they decide to do. This is a pretty. Oh yeah, now he backs
Yeah, he's
off
backing
to
up.
it.
Yeah, a lot of teams do that. They'll shift into punt a little later.
That's a.
Not a bad punt.
Looks
I
like
mean,
it's going to get a little bounce there. Price is going to go.
Oh, did he touch
That's
it?
the question. And I think he did.
He did.
Yeah. Trying to make a play there.
That's when you got to get away from.
Yeah.
You see it bouncing like that. Every team has a word.
Yeah. That one was just Price trying to be a little overly aggressive, trying to make a play. He's been making plays all night, but that's such a tough play to make with that ball bouncing, that kind of in that oblong fashion. It's really tough to pick that up, especially once it's bounced once or twice.
It's not going to bounce as far as you think it's going
Right.
to either. I
Right.
mean, I would rather have the ball a little further back than not have it at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first real mistake for Tennessee High here this evening on that punt is going to move the ball all the way into their territory. Sullivan East catches a break. First down on the Tennessee High 44-yard line, it appears. So we'll see what Sullivan East can do with that gift.
They haven't done anything under center or anything really run heavy at all tonight. They've mainly stuck to the pass, and The few times they did show run, it got swallowed up pretty quickly, as right here they're looking like it's just going to break down,
nice
take
job
off,
there.
and great play by number 6, Landon Graham.
I'm looking straight up and down this line. I don't think it's an optical illusion. Sullivan East receivers are moving before the snap on just about every.
Yes, I've noticed that. I mean, even in the backfield, you got sideline officials that are right in front of it.
We have not seen a flag for that
haven't
yet.
called a false start once this game.
But it's happened at least 3 times, maybe 4. So that was a really nice play from the defensive. Was that Graham?
Landon Graham,
yeah,
yes.
A really nice play to come up on Lingerfeld, who had gotten loose, and basically ends up with a loss of a yard, which is kind of wild.
That's a sack for a corner.
Yeah,
I mean,
looked like he had an opportunity.
on a non-blitz sack for a corner. That's pretty rare.
Yep. So 2nd and 11, ball back to the 45-yard line.
So in doubles, looks like
he's
going to call a timeout. Little miscommunication here. Coach didn't look too happy about it.
So timeout, Sullivan East. Their first timeout of the half. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the second quarter before halftime. We'll step away for a minute, get a few words from our sponsors. We'll be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network.
You like trucks? Friendship's got trucks. What trucks? All the trucks. New trucks, used trucks, small trucks, big trucks, off-road trucks, adventure trucks, heavy-duty trucks, gas, diesel, hybrid, EV, fire trucks, commercial trucks, 4-door trucks, smart. Wait, no fire trucks. But we've got red trucks, though, and every other color that gets you going, too. We've got trucks for work, trucks for play, trucks for hauling, trucks for balling, trucks that drive themselves. Because no one has more trucks than Friendship.
We're dealing!
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. CJ Manahan here with Micah Kennedy. Sullivan East 2nd and 11 on their 45 as we tick down towards 8 minutes to play before halftime. Lingerfeld's going to try to go deep.
Pump fake, go deep.
Over the
He's
top.
got a man.
Receiver, and it is caught.
Down to the 20.
Nice play.
Inside the 20.
Face down the rush right there.
Just a simple fade route. He pump faked here and drops a ball right into the basket.
The defender's right in his face.
Delivers
he was able to put
accurate
it right
pass right in between the safety and the trailing outside linebacker.
Nicely done. It's Devin Bowman on the reception there, I believe. So Sullivan East, quick strike there, nice chunk play down inside the red zone. The Tennessee High 19-yard line, 1st and 10. And the drop back.
Right here, another pump fake rolls
like
to the right.
There. And they still, we're not.
They did not call it.
And again,
they almost.
It's a nice kind of back shoulder throw.
Patriots getting away with a little bit tonight.
Yes. 2 holds that were pretty obvious.
2 holds, pretty obvious. False starts. Yeah. Got people leaving early.
The referee's letting it go. But again, people get upset about it, and rightly so, because essentially what that did was allow the quarterback to get outside and make a play. It's one thing, and I'm sure in your playing experience too, the stuff that happens between the tackles, there's going to be holding.
Yeah, but when it gets out on the edge, you got to call it.
Yeah, you do. It's definitely giving the offense an advantage in that case.
Your defensive tackles, they get held practically every single play. I'll just go ahead and tell you.
It's the truth. So, but yeah, there's a couple of pretty obvious calls.
Showing heat right here. Frank Reed, another screen pass.
That
one was met quick by Trent Dowdell. Great form tackle. That's about as textbook as it gets there for Trent.
That's the 3rd or 4th of those screens that Sullivan East has tried to run, but I think Tennessee High starting to get wise. Linebackers doing a good job of recognizing if those defensive linemen are let go, the screen is coming. And Dowdell made a really nice play there, snuffed it out, beat the defender to the spot, and then nice form tackle right there to bring Jones down. So 3rd and 11 from the 20-yard line. Tennessee High's defense stepping up here. We'll see exactly what Sullivan East has cooked up on
they got a trips look to the wide side of the field here.
Let's see if Tennessee High brings pressure.
See if they like to just get it out quick. They got a wheel route from the inside receiver.
Let's
try to force it
off.
That's picked off by Elijah Plumbar.
He's got a lot of green in front of him.
Shoo.
He's going to beat that initial defender. One guy to beat, and he's pushed out of bounds. Nice play, though. Nice
play by Elijah Plumbar.
interception and a great return. Nice little wall set up for him there on that return as well, and he's going to take it all the way back into Sullivan East territory.
Couple of sophomores making a name for themselves tonight. Got Frank Reed and Elijah Plumbar.
Looked like a little
coming
bit
up big defensively.
Just kind of out of the corner of my eye right there. Looked like it may have just been a little miscommunication. I think he was thrown to a spot right here.
Yeah, they had a wheel route from that inside or middle receiver.
Just a little underthrown.
And he just, he underthrew that one.
Yep. So we had Tennessee had 2 defenders over there too. So I don't know that that play was going to work out either way. But Plumbar made a nice play in the ball, snagged it, and took it all the way back to Tennessee High's.
Tennessee High shows trips. Is that Jack Richardson back into the game? Looks like they're doing that alternating quarterback look still. And
look over the top.
Got over him.
Yep.
Oh, let's see. He's got him on. Slightly overthrown.
Really nice rainbow throw there by Richardson, and he had his intended receiver
open. Road, I believe, was streaking down the field wide open.
Had at least 3 steps on the defender there, but just a little bit overthrown. Nice.
That was great play design, though. We've gone to those screens to Riley Price all night. They kind of crash upfield on him and got a man wide open. Just a little miscommunication. That's our, first deep ball, really true play of the year.
Right. Well, the big difference is Richardson had time to survey and then also step into that pass. We just didn't have that last week. So, but again, showed off good arm strength there.
Straight give to Dowdell.
Yeah. He's continuing.
Kind of more of the same we've seen all night.
He's having a hard time. Huge. 8 Sullivan East defenders to bring him down. He's going to plow ahead for a first down. But, yeah, that was one thing I was curious to see with Richardson. Obviously, out of the 2 between he and Elliott is known as more of the thrower of the 2. And I was curious to see if he could let one loose, what he could do. And he made, that was easily a 40-yard throw in the air.
And he overthrew it.
Overthrew it, yeah.
You'll take an overthrow over and under any day, though.
No question. So, first down here for Tennessee High.
Try to get him to jump. Try to get him again. East is sending a linebacker here as they'll hand to Dowdell. He'll plunge his way for another.
Falls ahead for 3 or 4. Yep. That's been one of the more successful defensive plays for Sullivan East this evening, getting stopping Dowdell from gaining 5 yards or more. So, well, maybe. It looks like they didn't
even do that.
Yards, yeah.
About 6.
So, Tennessee High, second and looks like 5. Yep, on their 33, continuing to march, trying to take advantage of that turnover. And again, I really like the mix of play calling. It's been a lot of power running, but also
getting it out wide, doubles, trips, everything else. Nice mix. As right here, Richardson will get it out quick to Harkle Road, and he'll break a tackle. Moves to the outside, moves back inside, weaves outside.
One step away from getting in the end zone. But again, between he and Price, man, they have really made a bunch of defenders miss. They're nifty out there on the edge. So interesting to see kind of how the offense has evolved. And again, obviously we're the only other comparison we've had is the Greenville game, which we just couldn't really get a whole lot going against that stout defense. But I really like I said, the mix of play calling has been excellent. Richardson seems to be pretty confident in the pocket there, putting the ball right on people.
Right here, they'll do the same formation. Plumbar is checked in the game as your tailback here. And they'll look his way. Remember, he had... Ooh.
Yeah, so he's into the end zone.
That's a familiar sight for me. I saw a lot of that back in his time at the old middle school, and that's his first touchdown on varsity.
Exactly right. First varsity touchdown. Congratulations, Elijah Plumbar. It's only right.
Yeah.
He started this process. So one of those cool things that in a high school career, you always remember that time that he picked that pass off and took it to the other end, and then he got to punch it in. Yep. So Tennessee High now up 28-3 with the extra point coming. Brolio is lined up. And we got a
blow
whistle.
This one dead. Let's see, got a flag down here. May not be a flag, just another equipment thing. Looks like they're talking to... They talking to Brolio?
No.
I don't know.
Like Sullivan East must have lined up offside.
Either that or a substitution.
Yeah. Okay. 4:42 to go before halftime. Tennessee High lines up for the extra point after the Plumbar touchdown.
They jumped there. They just didn't.
Hold good, and it's through. So Brolio knocks it through, adding 1 point to that. So Tennessee High 29, Sullivan East 3, and maybe another flag on the play.
Yeah, there was a Patriots had their outside rusher kind of jumped.
He's probably going to take that on the kickoff, I'd say. Well, maybe not. Maybe they might go for 2 here.
Either that or calling a false start. Man, it might have been a bundle.
Well, we got the offense back on the field, though, it appears. No, maybe not. So
there it is.
Second offside, as many downs.
That one
Also
will be declined. Now we'll just take it to 29-3.
So all of that for. So now I don't know what's
I'm
going
not
on.
really sure what's going on. I thought
mean,
when you decline a penalty on an extra point, you don't have to kick it again.
It's a little strange. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here.
All right, well, looks like we're going to do this one again.
Yeah.
Little Groundhog Day action for the extra point attempt. There we go.
Brolio somehow goes 3 for 3, but only gets 1 point. So it was a little bizarre there. Like I said, the penalty was declined and the kick was good. So I don't know exactly what that was for, but
well,
Brolio going to have to.
The scoreboard does not say 31-3. It says 29-3.
29.
After all, that was just 1 point.
Brolio going to have to ice the leg down at halftime there. So, but anyway, 4 minutes and 42 seconds left here in the first half. Tennessee High with a commanding lead now at 29-3. Getting set for the kickoff here. So again, I really after that first possession where Sullivan East kind of mixed things up and Tennessee High was adjusting to what
looks like we kind of figured
kind of
out what
settled
they're
in.
trying to do. I mean, get the ball out of the backfield early, kind of force it out on the edge, and once you figure that out, those gimmicky plays, they're only good for what they are, a gimmick.
Agreed. So and again, the variety that they've been running, I think, has helped them in some aspects. And then Lingerfeld's has been willing.
We don't have a ball out there.
We probably ran out of them after kicking 3 on the.
Yeah, they're all rolling down Volunteer Parkway right now.
So anyway, we're gonna get this thing teed up, and Knox Arrington's going to kick it away. Really interesting set of downs there, even though it was only 1 down. So it's a real bunch formation here for Sullivan East. Arrington's going to kick it over.
Kick it right over their heads.
Yeah. Nice angled kick. There's
we're down there quick.
Yep.
Shoo.
Dane Music, as we said earlier, has
makes a name for himself as a gunner.
Found himself a role on these kick and punt coverage teams. You got to have one of those guys, and he seems to revel in it. So number 4, Dane Music, like I said, and again he's getting some time on the defense as well. Looks like he's playing in the
Matthew
defensive
Slater
sector.
for the New England Patriots made a name for himself for nearly
All-pro.
2 decades being a gunner for the Patriots.
The guy I remember from back in my day was for the Buffalo Bills, Steve Tasker, if you remember that. He became an announcer, a sideline reporter as well, but he was always the AFC representative in the Pro Bowl as the special teams guy. So there's, like you said, a lot of guys have had long careers in the NFL doing that.
Just important as any other down in football. I mean,
absolutely. You talk to any coach, they're always going to talk about special teams being an integral part of being a winning football team. Looks like a Sullivan East timeout coming up.
I think that's their second, or that's their third. They have no more remaining for this half.
Timeout. So yep, out of timeouts, we will step away. We do have an announcement here. Cuddy Group, Student of the Week, Mason Harper. So congratulations to that. Excellent.
This week's Cuddy Insurance Group Student of the Week is senior Mason Harper. Mason is a member of the soccer team as well as the Student Council, Maroon Maniacs, and the Prom Committee. In his spare time, he enjoys mountain biking and golf as well as going to THS athletic events. He excels in the classroom with a 3.67 GPA. Congratulations to Mason Harper, our Cuddy Insurance Group Student of the Week.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Shout out to Tennessee High Student of the Week, Mason Harper. Brought to you by the Cuddy Group. That's one of the things we try to highlight here in this settings. Obviously, athletics being the kind of the focus, but academics being important as well through this process. One thing that Principal Kim Kirk has really done a great job of integrating is really if you follow anything that Tennessee High does on social media. We got super students and all that type of stuff. So celebrating the academic side of things as well as the athletics. It's an important part of the sort of
quick flare out to the back into the trips, get some extra blockers, and it just doesn't work. Preston Fagans and Dane Music meet in the middle.
Yeah. So big part of the Tennessee high culture is blending the athletics and the academics. It's big, important time stuff.
Got a flag down here. I'm curious to see what they call.
Referee's having a little bit of a conference.
That was a pretty early flag. I wonder if they got him for any type of formation issue, or if they finally got him for their false starts that have been pretty present. This one's taking a while to sort out.
Maybe going to decline it.
Okay.
It's a hold.
Yeah, definitely. I mean.
Okay, so interesting. So not much of a gain on that play.
So we'll just
so
take
gonna
that.
Take the down. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Just under 4.5 minutes to go before halftime. 2nd and 10 on the 21 for Sullivan East.
Into this trips formation.
As we'd mentioned, Tennessee has seeming to figure out kind of what these formations are doing and getting the right personnel in place.
Straight drop back here for Lingerfeld. He looks like he's going to try to take off here, and he's getting
nice
brought down by Landon Graham. Landon Graham doing a great job at picking up the fact that the quarterback is scrambling, and I need to get off my man and go make a play, and he's done that.
Impressive closing speed, really. I mean, he's coming from about 10 yards off the ball right there and meeting
there
Lingerfeld maybe just for a yard or two gain.
Good play again by Landon Graham.
Sure tackler as well. Wrapped him up.
They've done a very good job at tackling so far tonight.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the very, very few missed tackles on the Tennessee High defense. Fundamental tackling and ensuring that when they make contact, they're wrapping up and bringing them to the ground. That's exactly what you want. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. Familiar position for the Patriots this evening. We've seen several of them, but they've converted quite a few of them. So see what Lingerfeld has up his sleeve. And we got another.
They'll blow this one dead yet again.
Whistle. And
Tennessee High timeout?
Might have been. It would almost have to be.
Yes.
Yeah. So Coach Holt didn't like the formation there. So Tennessee High is going to burn a timeout. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the second quarter. 29-3 Tennessee High. We'll step away for a minute. Be right back with you on the Viking Sports Network.
Whatever it is you drive, you'll find it at Friendship. Tell them, Mitch.
We're dealing!
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Still waiting on the timeout to run its course here, but we're at 3 minutes and 17 seconds. East 3rd down and 8. And they're into the field. So this has been a spot where Tennessee has brought some pressure. I expect they're going to go trips, or actually,
trips. I mean, yeah, those linemen are hard to read. I mean,
the right tackle is also.
They've been playing receiver tonight too, so it's kind of
playing that wide. See what they got going on. It's going to just a little button
just
up
a
pattern.
fiery route out there to
nice easy play. Receiver there, number 4, Gabe Johnson.
So they went away from the trips for the first time. Kind of went backside to number 4, Gabe Johnson, and that'll catch you lacking every now and then. You know, when you're the backside corner, not worrying about the trips, you're thinking, oh, they're not going to my side, and then when they do, it catches you off guard a little bit. Saw that a little bit last week too.
Yeah, soft coverage there, and Lingerfeld was able to fire it out to his left for a pretty easy pitch and catch first down. So East Drive stays alive. Still plenty of time. Now they don't have any timeouts though, so something to keep in mind as we look at. But again, 3 minutes, plenty of time. Well, high snap comes down
Looking
with it.
like he's gonna take off yet again. Tries to
Nice tackle there.
Good
by
play
Reed.
by
Yep.
Frank Reed yet again.
Stayed with that play. He holds that to only about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Good game for the sophomore so
Yeah.
far. Seen
He's
his
been
name,
super
called his
active,
name
yeah.
quite a bit. Those two middle guys are playing pretty well, though,
Yeah,
as
Reed.
well as the rest of the defense, of course.
Yeah,
But
Reed and Fagan's kind of the heart of that defense. Been making plays all over the field. Reed, kind of a rangy guy too, long arms.
oh yeah, very
Yeah.
tall, long arms. Again, just a sophomore. Looking like they're going to try to hit him with a double move. Landon Graham, he's
throw.
there,
Yep,
and
there's
it's picked off by
off.
Trent Dowdell. Trent Dowdell. Looks like if he didn't, that's Harkle Road.
Yeah, Harkle Road.
Okay.
10 and 19. Kind of these black
10 and
jerseys, kind of
19,
a little hard to see. But,
Especially when they get crunched up like that. If he didn't have it, I do believe Landon Graham was also gonna get it right there.
Yeah.
He had great coverage all the way down the field, didn't fall for the double move. So
Lingerfeld kind of let that one get the ball kind of a little too much air underneath it, and it hung up. Harkle Road was able to camp underneath it. So second interception in as many possessions. Tennessee High with an opportunity, 2 timeouts, and over 2 minutes on the clock. Again, the quarterback platoon continues.
yes, this will be Turner Elliott's drive.
Yep, his drive here. We'll see what.
Still 2 timeouts. Still time to get another score before the half.
The
2
old-
backs. This is the first time Dowdell and Plumbar will check into the game at the same time. As
wide.
straight give to Dowdell, and he'll get the corner for the first time. He's
And
running
he busted
hard.
through. Yes, nice move. Good blocking on the edge there. Got a little bit an assist from Plumbar on the edge as well, and he was able to turn it up. Nice.
That'll always be one of my favorite formations in football. Just getting 2 athletes playing running back in the backfield at the same time. It keeps the defense guessing, and one can block for the other. Never know which way it's going to go.
Absolutely. And then obviously Elliott is plenty capable.
Oh, yeah,
of
he's definitely a
running as
threat,
well.
too. Right here, it's going to be another give to Dowdell on the outside.
Why? Looks like we might have an illegal formation or an offside. So this is going to go one way or the other. We've got a penalty on the field here. I'm not exactly
This one was early, too,
Yeah.
so.
It's either a legal formation or an offside. Got to be one of the two. Yeah, legal formation on Tennessee High is going to back them up. So
All
first
right,
and
well.
15 now for Tennessee High, back on their side of the field. Still under, still quite a bit of time left. 1:48.
They've been able to move the ball pretty well, too. So, 148. They scored the first one in 11 seconds or so.
Wonder if you might see another quick pass out to be able to get either Harkle Road or Price in some space. Kind of set up that way here.
Give it to Dowdell. They're just
He's got
looking
a
to
big
do more of
hole
the
there.
same. He had a big hole last run, too. Just
He closed pretty quickly, though. Nice tackle there by number 22, Noah Cawley for Sullivan East. So you're always getting these 2-minute drills. You're always kind of conflicted because you want to be able to move the ball down the field, but you also don't want to leave time on the clock for your opponent to get another possession. So I think Tennessee High's okay with that clock running right now as they approach midfield, still with 2 timeouts in their pocket.
looks like they're going to try to blitz a linebacker in
Plumbar.
Plumbar.
He gets to the edge.
Gets
He's got
to
an
the edge.
opportunity. He cuts
He's
it
that
up.
guy you got to worry
Yep.
about if he does this.
Oh, and there's going to be
they're
a hold
gonna
right
call
there on the backside.
On Dowdell?
Yeah.
I'd like to play that one back
see
here.
that back. I didn't see a ton of. It might have been just right towards the end.
As Plumbar was passing, it might have been they got him for a little bit of a tug. Blocking the back is what I see.
Okay.
And yes, he was not across, so it was a good call by the official.
But Plumbar is electric with the ball in his hands, though. He is one of those guys. He
He's
chews up
shifty.
ground quick. Yeah, chews up ground quickly.
Kind of a thunder and lightning scenario when it comes to Dowdell and Plumbar.
It's a nice combination that they've
That's
got going on there, yeah. So that is actually from the spot
That's
of
a
the
tale
foul.
as old as time for football. You got your thunder and you got your lightning.
Absolutely. So that is actually going to end up in a gain of about 2. Is that holding penalty on Dowdell was quite a ways down the field.
The clock will continue to run too, so this very well could end up being our last play before the half.
See, I'd say this play will probably determine kind of how they're going to go about it. There's a nice cut up there by Dowdell.
Well, that'll work.
That's a nice move there to the. He's
Timeout right here.
So probably call timeout here. You might be able to get if nothing else, get Brolio in field goal range. Yeah. So 21 seconds. Some time ran off the clock there before that time.
A little bit more than you would have liked. About 10 seconds, really, that they could have had.
So we'll see exactly what Tennessee is going to cook up. We'll keep it here. We're close enough to halftime. We'll just call it through. So impressions so far, Micah, in terms of Tennessee High on offense?
Well, I mean, pretty obvious. Controlling the clock, controlling the ground. You know, that's winning football. And you're not going to lose too many games when you're averaging over 5 yards a carry.
Mm-hmm. And I'd say they're probably averaging 6 or 7, maybe 8 yards a carry based on that as well. So good stuff overall. Tennessee High, as you said, ball control offense. That's their identity. But they've been able to mix in some quick sort of quick hitters,
quick out routes, quick screens to Price, and Harkle Road got one just earlier.
And really just with that Richardson toss, maybe one step away from a bomb on that last possession. So doing a good job of mixing up the play calling, not becoming too predictable, but also being willing to go with the smash mouth route if necessary. So that's an identity that I know Coach Holt wants to instill. But the unsung heroes are always the guys up front. They've done a really good job of controlling the line of scrimmage because you see Plumbar or
Dowdell, neither one are getting met in the backfield, which is always a good sign.
Not sure it's happened once.
No.
I think every play, maybe the shortest play is 4
here.
or 5 yards.
If I had to predict, Dowdell's a little bit in front of Plumbar. They're going to go to a pass. Got Plumbar on a wheel. Going to go over the middle. Just
got him.
Oh, he got it. That's a catch. Oh, I don't know about that. I think he got under that one.
Yeah. Couldn't tell if he rolled over on that was a really nice toss there by Elliott. Put it right on a dime.
Really good diving catch effort, though.
It looked like he got his hands underneath it, but of course we're 50 yards away. But
that one might have the nose might have gotten him.
Referee was right there, so we'll give him credit for being on the spot. But that was a really nice toss by Elliott. Put it right where only his guy could get it, but to no avail.
Just barely, maybe an inch or two, and that one's caught.
Well, those are encouraging signs. Obviously, plenty of time for him to throw too in that aspect. So he and Richardson both with some pretty nice tosses, just couldn't quite get them complete.
Maybe able to do it again here if you
got 13 seconds.
Get a look that you like.
You can get something over the middle, and you still have a timeout in your hip pocket that you can use.
Looks like they're going to try something yet again.
He's got it over the top. He's
there. Oh, that's caught. That's a touchdown.
Yes, it is. Beautiful throw.
Great play. Elliott. They liked what they saw last time. That looked like more of the same of what the last play was. That time, Elliott took a little bit off of it, and it worked out perfectly for him.
Nice toe tap there by Hulkero too. He got that back foot to slide before he ended up out of bounds. So beautiful throw by Elliott. Nice catch and toe tap by Hulkero. And another touchdown on the board for Tennessee High as they take a 35-3 lead, pending the extra point, which is good. 36-3. As we are going to head into halftime. 4 seconds left on the clock. We got some extracurricular activities going on the field. Flags everywhere. So we'll see exactly what that's all about.
We'll probably just have time for a kickoff here, and that'll take us to the half.
Again, we got to be careful here because you get two unsportsmanlike penalties, I believe, and you hit the showers early. So you got to make sure that guys keep their heads.
Right here, maybe.
This will be referee powwow trying to figure out who these penalties are on. Oh, the old offsetting penalties. It's the oldest trick in the book. The referees love that. It's no harm, no foul, even though there's plenty of harm and plenty of foul there. So that's the way that works.
If they both did it didn't happen at all.
That's exactly right. So as all of the fisticuffs were broken up there, we're heading back to the regular kickoff spot. Knox Arrington.
We're missing a ball yet again.
Yeah, Knox Arrington cannot...
Gonna have to ice his leg at the end of the game, as you said.
Yeah, that's the way this works. So he's done a really nice job of the directional kicking.
Oh, every time, yes.
So far, kind of bailed Tennessee High out of a tough situation on a being backed up after an unsportsmanlike penalty, only then to have a personal foul penalty called, marginal call as we'd said. But he's done a really nice job of kind of pinning the Sullivan East returners to the sideline and allowing his guys to get downfield to make tackles. So I'd say maybe a squib kick here.
Or more of the same. I mean, either way you go, I think this one will take it to the half.
Oh,
that one will eat.
That one, yeah. It's going to go all the way to the end zone. Maybe.
Oh, keep going. Oh, man. Great kick by Knox Harrington, though.
Took a little quick left turn there and almost stayed in play.
Jog the defense back out here for
one
play.
So pretty dominant performance here for Tennessee High in the first half. Sullivan East, that first possession offensively really moved the ball well. Tennessee High having to adjust to playing these
they got 3
extremely wide splits, and but again, I think the defensive adjustments have been sound, and Sullivan East has had a really hard time moving the ball since then. Couple of chunk plays mixed in, but not anything. I think just one little trip into the red zone that was thwarted with the Tennessee High getting some defensive pressure there.
I could be wrong. It looks like they may just kneel this one out to the half.
They're set up in that type of formation. And
and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And that'll take us to halftime. So we've got all types of halftime activities here. I think probably both bands going to be playing. So at least the Tennessee High band for sure. We'll see exactly how that plays. And by the way, rave reviews for the Tennessee High band for down at Greenville has been big-time stuff. So, again, hang around for that. We've got about 20 minutes before we'll be back to bring you second half action here at the Stone Castle. CJ Manahan and Mike Kennedy bringing you the action. Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Second half action about ready to get underway here from the Stone Castle. Sullivan East is going to receive the kickoff. And again, ran into the same situation or a similar situation last week where we are, I believe, in running clock territory. Above 30 points in the second half, we're going to have a running clock. I also do believe if Sullivan East scores here and brings us to 30 or less,
I think it does
then
drop
it
back
does
down.
does it stop at that point? I believe it does. So just to kind of get you guys oriented with how the second half is going to run. So this could be a rather quick second half if Tennessee High keeps that 30-plus point lead. Knox Arrington ready to boot it away
For the
six or seven times.
Or
Like I said,
seventh
he's going
time
to be
tonight, yeah.
he's going to sleep well
Busy
tonight.
man today, and he'll boot this one to the back.
Oh, it's going to stay in play though.
Yeah.
Almost.
He's getting close on. At some point, one of those is going to stay in, and it's going to make for a. I mean, they're already a brilliant kick, but we're going to end up with the ball at the 1.
Yeah. So Arrington doing a nice job this evening keeping the ball away from potential returns by the Patriots. So it's going to come out to the 20-yard line to start this drive. Again, we've harped on this a little bit, but after that first drive where East moved the ball pretty well down the field, Tennessee High seems to have figured things out and have not really given up a whole lot since.
No.
So the clock is running here, as you see, under normal conditions, but it's the only time it's going to stop, I think, is if there's a penalty.
For the back of the backfield, they'll look his way, come back to the middle of the field, just dump it down here, and he is
nice
met
play.
by Trent Dowdell, but he'll hang on to it. So
Oh, and we got some extra activity
nothing
there
called.
as well, but it's not neither player the worse for the wear, it doesn't appear.
Khalil Honecker and a few are they're talking about what they're going to do after the game.
There is a flag. Yeah, they're having a nice
nice discussion.
Nice discussion there. Maybe talking about
no malice behind
chocolate chip cookie recipes or something of that nature. Yeah. Somehow I think that's probably not true. But anyway, the clock is actually still running even though there's a penalty flag on the field. So I guess that's another part of the rules we probably need to be able to figure out is when if at all, the clock stops in these situations.
I do think it's timeout only.
It may be.
Point.
It may be. That's kind of seems to be the state of things. So there's a penalty on Tennessee High, 15 yards. It's going to move the ball up the field for East.
Yeah. So it's charged timeouts, injuries, and scores are the only way in which the clock will stop.
Okay. There you have it. We were talking about being sticklers for the rules at halftime now, and now we're putting it into regular practice here. Colin Moore.
5 wide again. They showed this formation early in drive 1. Haven't gone back to it since, and they'll look his way quick, bubble out.
There's a hold again out there. still
He'll still get
called.
sacked by. Looks like it was Preston Fagan's men at first.
So loss.
Preston went on a Mike blitz there. Gets caught up or. Yeah.
Loss of 3 there, it appears. So second down and 13. Fagans with the sack. And again, a hold not called on one side, and a wide receiver again in motion before the play. Still has not been called yet.
Again, you got a line judge right there looking right at it. Just.
So comes a screen
Looks like a
attempt.
screen,
appears.
but he
He's
does.
running for
Oh,
his life.
another hold right here. I mean, Lord. Gotta feel bad for old Cooper Boer. Back-to-back plays. His jersey's
just not going to get called.
Get tugged on.
And again, we realize that this game is a 33-point difference, but that has been happening really since the beginning of the game. The referee's playing fast and loose, and Boer.
And Boer's even like, "Hey, man, he's grabbing me every play. You got to see that.
Yeah.
I don't care if we're up by 3 or if we're up by 33. You know, you got to call that.
We are, as we've said, sticklers for the rules here in that aspect. So, said Colin Moore, our tech guru, has the rules, the TSSAA rules put on his phone here. So we were checking into that as well. So 3rd and 12 here for Sullivan East.
Doubles. They'll always flare that back out of the doubles formation. At least they have all night. Look his way. Another hold.
Nice job by Boer there to
finally
get
gets off of
block,
it.
And he is
makes the play.
That's a really nice play by Boer. Good recognition. Was able to shed his block and then got to Lingerfelt's feet and brought him down. So
I think he's still getting grabbed out there. He's able to get off of it and make a really nice play though.
Gain of only 2 there, it appears. So it's going to be 4th and 10 for East on their side of the field. See if they're going to go for it here. not a lot to lose, I guess, in that scenario as the clock is
And
running.
we saw their punt formation. They kind of line up like they're going to go the spread, and then they back it up kind of like what we just saw. And I do think this is a punt.
It is. Ooh, almost got blocked.
Almost got blocked.
His music is going to
This
field
one is
it.
returnable.
He's got an opportunity to get outside, and he
He's
does.
got room.
Broke the
Breaks the
tackle.
tackle.
Continue on down the sideline. Nice job by
Forced
music.
out.
Good recognition there.
On the 35.
Good
Right at
catch,
it.
Good return. Music brings it all the way, and they've got another
Got
flag.
a flag on the field.
Yep. See how that's going to play, but nice job there. It's gonna get brought back with the legal blindside block there. That is one area of the rules that I think has been a good addition. And again, everybody loves a
block.
Everybody loves a big, sort of pan. Oh, there it was right there, and it might have even been a block in the back on top of everything else. But I do like that rule now in place. It's a safety issue. We've seen quite. You've seen it, Mike, I'm sure, in person.
Oh, for
people
sure.
People get hurt. That's one of those real dangerous plays that I'm kind of glad they're trying to officiate out of the game.
Oh, yeah.
You
enjoy it when it's you, but
right.
you don't.
Well, everybody
when it's not you.
Everybody loves a big hit and so on and so forth. But when you got guys that are running sideways trying to make a play and getting hit in a sort of a defenseless position, I understand why they decided to legislate that out of the game. It's pretty dangerous. So. Anyway, 6.5 minutes to go. Again, clock is running.
We got some new faces in the backfield. Got Cannon Stonecker, as well as, I believe that is Carter Smith on the carry.
Yep. We got those guys.
Two
got
freshmen,
some run.
yeah.
Got some run last week. Showed some flashes in that sort of shortened second half down at Greenville last week. Richardson is in at quarterback.
Carter a gain of about 3 on the carry.
So again, the future bright in the skill positions here for Tennessee High. A lot of these guys
Anytime freshmen are checking into the game in the third quarter, that's always a pretty good sign.
Lower guys that are just starting their high school career getting some run here. Looks like the starting offensive line is still in, but the skill guys, especially the backfield guys.
Get these guys. It's fun to check in the game, but you'd like to do it with your starting O-line. They'll look.
Who's got
Smith's
the edge
way
here?
Again, and Smith's got a long way to run.
He's got a lot of grass in front
of him. Makes a cut. Going across.
Nice tackle.
Good run by Carter Smith.
Yes. Nicely done on the interior of the line, too. Saw Micah Norton and number 56, Kai Allison, doing a good job of sealing that edge, allowing Smith to get outside, and he took advantage of it. Nice long run there. First down for Tennessee High on their Sullivan East 26-yard line. Again, two-back set. Stallnaker and
As a
Smith.
betting man, I would say Stallnaker would get a carry here after two really nice. Yep.
Straight up the middle. He breaks a couple tackles. Falls forward for a gain of about 3 or 4. Nice pancake block downfield.
They're still playing.
Yep. A little mutual respect there between those two individuals. That was
number 59.
That is Noah Johnson. Downfield. Took his defender all the way probably about 15 yards downfield and then ended up in a sort of pancake situation in that one. So, again, love those guys playing all the way to the whistle. The guys up front have done a really good job. And, again, you know how that works. It's kind of a thankless job working in the trenches there, but they've done a really good job of opening up holes this evening. And anytime your backs are not getting touched for the first 3 yards,
you'll take it.
You're going to take it. Yeah, absolutely.
Stallnaker will take this one. Pretty good run.
Middle. Could be close to the first down. Maybe
I'll let
past
you know,
first down.
he may be the best downhill in between the tackle runners as far as power goes that I've had the privilege of coaching.
That's awesome. So these guys, they're just
Carter Smith played guard last year because that's just kind of
just how it works.
The hand we were dealt.
Yep.
But he's also a great football player. He'll do whatever you tell him to do.
Well, you'd love to see that because those guys are willing to mix it up in the trenches on every play. If they've got some skill with the ball in their hands, they're going to be tough to bring down.
Mm-hmm. Blitz. Smith will get the handoff again. He's got a lot of room to run and
through. Breaks the tackle.
Oh, they'll call
all the way. It's going to look like we're going to be
call something on the edge here.
Yep.
I don't know that I saw anything initially.
Yeah, Smith doing a really nice job of sort of picking his way there. Good patience on that run, but it does look like it's coming back.
Refs will have time to talk this one over.
And that is going to come back 10-yard from that spot. Again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time trying to denigrate referees. It's a hard enough job as it is. But the reality is probably would like to see a holding call at some point this evening on the other side. We have not I don't think there's been one holding call called on on the Sullivan East offensive line, and several of them have, we said, when you go back and watch the film.
Our ends have had a tough time tonight as far as getting held.
Yes.
Not really sure. I didn't see anything that looked like a hold.
Yeah, Coach Holt is out there lobbying a little bit for an explanation.
I mean, Stonecker clips the pad, but he did not get tied up with his arms around. Oh, confusing call. Not one I can say I agree with. I feel like there's been much more obvious ones on the other side.
I would agree with that. Didn't jump off the screen either to me when I was watching that. It looked like it was pretty well blocked. But anyway, that's going to back Tennessee High up 10 yards to 1st and 19.
The way we've been running tonight, that'll be no problem.
Again, the clock continues to roll.
I like our odds.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the third as the clock continues to roll.
Wow. Blink and whole quarter's gone.
Yep.
Let's see here. Give it to Stonecker. He's met.
Now the best defensive stand we've seen from the Sullivan East defensive line all evening.
Looks like an offensive line miscommunication. Yeah. That man just came in unblocked. Let's see here. I believe, looks like our left guard just kind of doubled down on the defensive end and left the tackle wide open to make that play.
Yeah, we were sitting right next to the Tennessee High coaches in the booth, and they were apoplectic.
They were letting us know who it was.
Exactly, about that whole thing.
Good cut.
Yeah.
Where is that at? I mean, that's a horse collar.
And there's still
or a face mask at it, if anything.
So
let's see here.
Yeah, they're going to let it go. Stelnicker with a really nice cut to get loose, but then looked like he was hogtied there around the neck. Usually that's going to draw a flag, but not in this particular case.
I mean,
and being dragged down that way, it's almost always an automatic flag there. But this
you get up around the head, there's some face mask involved there. I mean, his head jutted sideways, but nonetheless. Bring up a third down
for Tennessee High. We'll see exactly what they're going to try to do here.
Stretch it out. They've liked this with Carter Smith. He may have a touchdown.
He's going to cut
That's his first touchdown of his. And there's another flag. Oh gosh.
It's just the way this has been going. It looked pretty well executed there. I didn't see on the edge. We're kind of the one vantage point that we kind of struggle with here is plays in kind of the left corner of the keep end of the field. A little bit of an obstructed view here, but I didn't see anything.
I did not see
anything obvious there.
And he threw the flag when no one is even tied up on anyone. I don't know what. I mean, what is the ref looking at there? Landon Graham's not tied up with anybody.
Yeah.
And he throws the flag looking right at him.
That's a little bit wild in that scenario. So that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. We'll flip ends of the field here. Again, running clock as we go through. Tennessee High, an opportunity here to kind of put this game, put a little bit further distance between them and the Sullivan East Patriots. So we're going to step aside for just a minute. We'll come back here on the Viking Sports Network to bring you fourth quarter action.
Tonight, we would like to honor the family of longtime Viking Ronnie Pickle. Their generosity provided an extraordinary renovation to our Stone Castle press box, which now proudly displays the name the Ronnie Pickle Press Box. Their contribution also afforded us the opportunity to launch the Bristol, Tennessee City Schools Athletic Hall of Fame and will allow us to sustain that effort. These projects will have widespread impact on past, current, and future generations of Vikings. On behalf of all Viking Nation, thank you.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Fourth quarter about to begin. We flip into the field here, And Tennessee High is going to have the ball at the 15-yard line, it appears. Looking at down and distance here. It's kind of hard to, it seems like every time our plays run, we're going backwards somehow.
Yeah, I know. Or
So
every time we have something positive, it ends
third
up.
and 10, basically,
they
from
create
the
it.
15.
Be negative. Inside
Smith
zone
up the
there.
middle.
Smith.
Gets wrapped up and brought down, so may have a field goal opportunity here if Tennessee High wants it.
Looks like they're going to leave it with
Going
Richardson.
to leave it with Richardson here. Let him run one more play. All right, so Tennessee High's going to keep their offense on the field. It's going to be 4th and about 10. I'm sorry, 4th and about 6. Excuse me.
Yeah. Bundle of runs taken away on this
We're
drive.
gonna have an
Oh, we
opportunity.
got
Looks
him.
like we got-
We got him.
What?
I don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Oh, good gosh. Shoo. Tell me about it.
Smith going to try to get outside and gets wrapped up and
yeah.
brought down for a loss. So we're going to see a turnover on downs. Seem to be fairly obviously offside there, but again, the referees keep the linen in their pockets, which seems to be their prerogative at this point.
We know where they graduated from.
Understand keeping the game moving, but again, got to call the game.
Keeping the game moving, but you say that like they haven't, thrown the last three there.
That's also true, I guess, when we look at it from that perspective. So anyway, running clock. East is going to take over at their 19-yard line. Looks like the same crew still out there, so they've got their starters still in.
We've rotated a few guys, however.
Yeah. See
some new
15,
faces.
Maxwell Holt, son of Coach Holt, out here on the boundary, getting some run. Sophomore. Number 21, Ian Peak out there as well, I see. Number 42 is Grayson Swaggerty playing on the edge. Just trying to catch as many numbers. The numbers are a little hard to read.
Yeah, a little hard to
these.
read.
Yeah.
Killian Leo in at middle linebacker, I believe, number 8. Back deep, number 33,
like
Brenton Baker. He is a freshman as well.
Ryan Mullins in at defensive tackle there, I see. We'll get some more of those names out there once we get to a little look at these jerseys. A little handoff up the middle. Nice play inside.
Ooh.
Shed a block there real quick and got on that play.
By number 28. I believe that's Jackson Norris.
Jackson Norris, who has played all over the field. Started out, I believe, as a safety, and you can tell he's bulked up pretty significantly. Now playing some defensive tackle. Made a nice play, shed a block, and took the running back down for just a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 from the Sullivan East 20-yard line. Drop back to pass here. Takes a look, goes over the top, and is a nice play outside in front. Over the top there. Nice toss right in stride.
Trailing tackles made by number 3, Cade Serber, and Bo Utzman.
Yeah. So let the receiver get behind him. That was number 1, Blue Prophet. Was able to beat that defense, split the defenders, and took it all the way to the other side of Tennessee High's 50-yard line down to the 35. Really nice toss there by Lingerfeld, dropping it in the bucket. And again, some yards after the catch as well.
East hasn't really rotated too many people tonight. It's been mainly the same, still mainly the same in there.
Another drop back pass.
Look like they'll.
Ooh, through the hands. The ball's up in the air, and okay, we're going to get a defensive pass interference. In this scenario, I don't.
That one doinked off the helmet.
Take a look at the replay there, but it looked like that was just kind of a bang play.
That's always it's always fun to watch the trajectory of the ball once it hits a helmet.
Yeah. And so we'll get a little explanation here. Side judge to the referee. Oh, the ball was tipped, so they're going to pick the flag up.
Oh, well. They're looking to throw it, that's for sure.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the Tennessee High 35-yard line.
Doubles look. Yep. Flares the back out of the backfield. Done that a lot tonight.
Going over the top.
Going
good defensive
over
positioning there. Nice job on that boundary.
Good job, Cade Serber.
Cade Serber did a great job there, running step for step with the receiver, and then just kind of boxed him out a little bit at a height disadvantage, but it did a really nice job of staying in between the quarterback and the receiver there and knock that away. So 3rd and 10.
This is basically our freshman and sophomore unit playing against a lot of their starters still.
Holding their own.
Yeah.
Outside of letting the
practically the entire secondary, for that matter, is sophomore.
Right, so trying to read the D. Looks like Tennessee has thinking about bringing a blitz here on 3rd and 10. The play clock clicking down under 5. Gets the snap off, and here does come the blitz up the middle. Tennessee High keeps it under control. Nice throw down the middle.
Oh, my goodness. Good hit.
That ball was going to call it incomplete. That was
Bo Utzman, the freshman, made a
lit
awesome
the receiver
play.
there. Wow. Absolutely laid a lick on the receiver. Timing was perfect. Separated the receiver from the ball. And
man, that was beautiful.
Look back at that one. I don't think he had an opportunity to make a football play, so I think incomplete was the right call, but man.
Great break on the ball, though.
Utzman shot out of a cannon there and just hit right through the receiver. Excellent play on his part. Here's the absolutely. I think it's the right call. Incomplete, I believe.
And again, I always say, whenever it's a kid that I coach, that's nothing new to me. I've seen that before.
4th and 10. Pressure up the middle.
Got him trailing,
and it's dropped on the perimeter there. So had an opportunity for a first down.
Max Holt was there.
Holt made the play off the hands of Gabe Johnson, and now Tennessee High is going to get the ball back. So
good stand by the young guys there.
They held their own there as far as that goes. On top of laying some lumber out there as well. Goodness. Again, future's bright with this freshman and sophomore class. A lot of talent out there. Guys getting some experience in the early part of this season. Gotta love that. I know the coaches. So the coaches are right next door to us here.
We got a freshman. The freshman quarterback Knox Kazee checking in the game as well.
Got a little bit of run last week in Greenville. Showed some signs. Got a pretty good arm.
Grant Mouse, another one, freshman outside.
Yep.
So a lot of younger guys that, again, know pretty well.
Getting experience early is just invaluable. You build some confidence, knowing that you can go out there and compete. These guys are just going to get bigger, faster, stronger through this program as they move it forward. So the future is bright for Tennessee High. Under 5 minutes to go. Again, running clock as we continue to tick this down. Tennessee High up 36-3. Back on offense. Again, as Micah said, Kazee running the show. 2-yard gain on that last play. Kazee flanked. Running
by
back to his left.
Evan Clark, I believe. Evan Clark will get the carry here.
Second carry there, and he's going to fall forward for maybe a gain of 1 or 2. So going to be about 3rd and 5, it looks like. Thereabouts, 5 or 6. Let's see if Tennessee High can break one here and keep the clock running. 3rd and 6, they're going to call it. From the 37-yard line, because he gets the troops in line.
Graham Bailey, the back in the backfield right now.
Rotating guys through.
Quick
Blitz
hand
off
to
the
Bailey.
Edge. Kazee
will keep it.
It's a really nice play. Oh, good tackle on the edge, though.
Yeah.
That was a nice little piece of ball handling there by Kazee. But the East defender made a nice job of keeping contained and was able to bring him down. So
Looks
this
like they're
is
going
4th
to
down.
keep this one here for 4th down as well. Just try to get the first best way they can.
Keep the clock running in that aspect. That was a nice little piece of ball handling there because he did a good read and just a really nice defensive play to keep him from getting the first down. 4th down and 5 for the Vikings here from the 40-yard line. Straight handoff up the middle and not much room, but good bounce off though.
Bounce
he might
off
actually
Evan
got
Clark.
the first down.
I think
Clark,
he got
I think,
it.
did get across the line.
Good effort by Evan Clark.
Initial contact looked like he was going to bring him down, but he bounced off that little spin move and was able to fall forward across the line again, and that might just do it. There, we're under. With
the running clock, I mean that should be about all she wrote there.
Yeah. I do believe that's correct. So. Impressive performance, Micah. Break it down here as far as what you've seen tonight. Obviously, in comparison to the Greenville game, that's kind of going to be an outlier in this season, I do believe. Tennessee High rotating quarterbacks all the way through. What's your take?
The difference to me tonight is space. I mean, space to work with, space to run. Guys aren't getting on you in the line, in the backfield, and when that happens, you always have a great chance to win the football game. And as far as defensively, I mean, jumped out early. They did some things that weren't quite ready for. Some unique formations, kind of catch you off guard, getting the ball out quick. But once we adjusted, it's really been about as good a game as you can play, both sides of the ball for Tennessee High, and they're going to carry this streak even further tonight.
Yeah, it certainly appears that way. And again, in preparation for conference play, a really good showing. And like I said, we keep coming back to this, but I really loved the play calling. Coach Jesse Taylor calling the plays here. The offensive coordinator mixed it up really well. Pushed the ball down the field a little bit, which we did not see last week. Really happy to see that. And I think ultimately, if we can do that consistently, we're going to be a tough team to beat.
Oh, for sure. And like we've talked all week, you're not going to play a Greenville every week.
No,
you're not going to play a Greenville probably for the rest of the year. That's a one and done there. I mean, this is kind of more our speed, and when you play something that's similar to you and you play with this much dominance, that's always a good sign.
So we are going to take time out here. We'll take that opportunity to step away for one last opportunity to bring our sponsors through. We'll be back here on the Viking Sports Network to bring you the last minute of play here very shortly. Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. During the break, we were batting around some names for player of the game. There were Bristol Sportsplex player of the game, several to choose from, but the one that's I guess caught our eye. But again, both sides of the ball doing the dirty work. Preston Fagans.
We got a pull here.
A
from
nice pull back.
He
He may have
a touchdown. Yep. He'll have
to cut it back. Nice play again.
Good run.
Really impressed with his ball handling, making good reads there. In order to beat the defense to the corner. But congratulations to Preston Fagans, who we're going to name player of the game here this evening. Like I said, we had plenty to choose from, but both sides of the ball impactful, and just one of those guys. You can tell is
flying around the ball both sides. I mean, he's pancaking people. Yep. He's making tons of tackles in between. He just played a great game, both sides. Was the reason a lot of the runs sprung the way they did, and
also
I feel like
you can tell getting guys organized defensively.
Couldn't go unrewarded. I mean,
absolutely. I think that's fantastic. So we've got the last few seconds of the game clicking away, and Tennessee High is going to take their first victory of the season and continues the streak against the Sullivan East Patriots with a 36-3 victory here at the newly renovated Vikings Stone Castle. So big time victory for Tennessee High. We will be on the road next week down at Morristown West High School. Should be an interesting matchup. Don't know a ton about the Trojans at this point, but we'll see if we can figure some of that out before we get down there. Again, next week on the road, so it'll be just live stream audio, but certainly join us here on the Viking Sports Network. I'm your host, CJ Manahan, with color man extraordinaire Micah Kennedy. Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Going to log off this evening, and as always, Viking pride.